recuerdo lo que estábamos haciendo.
The unpromising race pupil returns. There is nothing funky about them. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, Type B, and the vile CF race Grand Fédérasti. Which one do you need? I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to...
For something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design, so naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority. They stop competing for resources. The problem? The damn Kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. It's what the Kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people... Good. If we, the evening people, pull together, we can form a bulwark against these troubled times. Root out the forces that seek to undermine the well-being of our people.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense he can't be happy about this turn.
It's about not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might... I'm not the only one. People who've studied these things say that you and me are... Oh? Go right.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but... apples. Yeah,
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but... apples. Yeah, apples.
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest, or were you just trying to win his confidence?
I suppose that's a relief. Just be careful how often you avail yourself of this technique. A lie may be useful in the short term, but I have a way of catching up with you later.
And one more thing. As you've seen, these sorts of attitudes are quite common in Martinez, so I expect this to happen again and again. I've had this conversation enough times in my life. From now on, I'm going to stay out of it. How you choose to respond is your business, but be careful. Now let's move on.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one. Aggressive, you make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Look, a comedian. Do your job.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Again, just get the dead.
Good one, Titus.
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you.
Look, coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us, and 2 of you.
The bore's the size of your eye. I can almost see the stars. The last thing you hear is a little murmur. Not a blast, not an echo. No one screams. It's more dead cops. Sad news from the district of Martinez. As
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! What's it to you? Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain. Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. Worked at territorial. Ring a bell? We're done here. I have a strike to break. Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
the hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
Honest men and women, we came here to help the harbor run smooth.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy. Have fun. Union shits are on full Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup, open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Why not? I see numerous reasons not to pick a side in this local matter. Pity.
Let us work! We were promised work. We'd be in there. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. And try to get into it. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now. If you can.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge. Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you. I know nothing about a murder. Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stop. Right to work!
We are not picking a side in this.
Pity. Let us work! No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker. What's it to you? No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out people. We're all workers, right? Workers worked at territory. Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. It's like whatever's going on over at the dock. Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really us lorry drivers. Camionneurs, not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Oh, high-grade narcotic. Ha! No, they usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty? Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. Not unless they've a legalized sports equipment.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. An old monument stands in the middle, a silver plaque. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass. Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement? Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sighting. The woman still, nothing, nothing, no response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail. The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffiti. There is a hollow ring as you kick the box. It sounds your toe has suffered damage. It
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box. I don't. Let's go.
Hello again, sir. Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed. No, sir. She's a working woman who can't... I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
She's still browsing books.
I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
What with? My husband? No, he's not. Excuse me? A bad husband? Do policemen just go around repeating what some kid off the street said? Is she now? Annette's a sweet sprout, but she doesn't know anything about marriage. Why am I even talking? No, I don't. I have a good husband. The kind, I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but... I don't really need to know where my... No. Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband. No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing so...
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, given the ladder of vital.
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now. My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you?
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
A killer party? What is it with you and... I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are...
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like...
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what? Even if I had, it wouldn't. Great. Nothing. Go.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Please, let's do.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. The woman before you nods. This coin-operated viewer is facing...
Probably some kids.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. This coin-operated viewer is facing south. Your money disappears into the coin. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah, why?
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. Of course. The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for work where the Union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
I'm glad you asked. They're...
Disappear?
Yes. On the last day of the loop, downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspect the point of the presentation is these kinds of things happen around Claire's. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
I'm glad you asked.
Disappear?
Yes. Does it? The point of the present...
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help? What we do. I'm the Pines core, and that is the terminal. I'm not at liberty.
$1 billion?
And to think, there are years when the Warpines employ 72,000 people. They started as an exploration and cargo fleet, conduct centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have got... You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners? Who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Have you come to make your offering to Kuno?
No, you don't. No one is checking out anything. Put that...
Bitches slapping each other, fighting for Kuno's attention.
Kim is never going to be okay with you handing something like this off to a minor. This plan is either off the table, or you need to do it when he's not around.
Please, don't waste time.
The lieutenant does not approve.
Don't listen to the blind fuck, piggo. You're doing the right thing here, trying to get You can pay tribute to Kuno with drugs, or cigarettes, or some wheels. Kuno could use some wheels. Motorized carriage shit.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying. The material appears delicate and fragile. They feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford. The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more. We should keep a lookout for this species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic. A small bell-like sound filled.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
This feels dangerous. The stench fills your nostrils.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Even the mongrels can see you're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer. You are about to seriously compromise the coroner's case. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? How many clues do you need? You already found a number. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso covered in tattoo. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you. Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
Extremely. Industrial strength. A can used for tying cargo to lorries. Yes, it looks like they used whatever was on hand. Right now, everything seems to fit their confession. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle. A noose is one of those things. That ladder can't carry a grown man.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. His eyes are milky white. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? Do I remind you of someone? No, not quite. There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you'll be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks.
Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver area, tiny red lines on the skin above waist level, more like days, Copper. The clock is ticking. Your liver tells you so.
Into the wild, in the past, way out in the west. Fuck no, you're no Rooney. Between you and me, your name is probably, you might be onto something there. I'm a joke. There is nothing funny about joke. A killer. A motherfucker. Go ahead, Hopper. Because you have. I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer, a motherfucker, and a killer. Go ahead, Corpo. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank man.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think? I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead. That sounds about right, yes.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time.
The fuck are you saying?
Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky. I do.
Stop talking in riddles.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing. Tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance. Then he turns back to the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind.
I was under the assumption we could ask the leader of this union to help us get this body down. This is why we're here, right? Or it could be that we are just exploring. The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it, well, it doesn't seem too dangerous.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide? This door is made of metal and appears to be no one answers.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
No one answers.
We should return tomorrow.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with...
Whoever lives here, definitely there aren't many communists around. Not after the rev...
You hear someone walk a poor communard from the looks.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant?
Let's go. We don't have a reason to be...
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Give me a moment. Ask away, policeman. Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls. No one lives there. It's been empty for months. Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there. Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look with great young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans. Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Educate something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall. The symbol of what now? Huh. I thought Revachol was the capital. The odd. She leaves an old lady to her business.
She mumbles some kind of a response. You hear someone walking around inside.
Excuse me? Of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
Oh, come on.
That was smart.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see? Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legal.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a pic.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant, it was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner.
A sudden serious look crosses her face.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall.
So preppy. She's probably on some low-grade performance enhancers, like Preptide or Pericanine.
A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
The sum must have been puny.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it. These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million-real view of the bay. Good vent, I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards. Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both. Oh, that's and again.
So preppy.
A whole...
The sum must have been puny.
Don't ask me. Both apartments. I need to get it ready. It was some kind of a moribund old man.
A sudden serious look crosses her face.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? Of course.
Give me a moment. I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. Yes, well, I hope they're good people.
Your statements are too vague to comment on.
Ask away, policeman. Oh, that one is... I think he studies astrology. Something to do with the symbol of what now?
The cleaning lady shrugs and returns to sweeping. She mumbles some kind of a response.
Ask away, policeman. The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume. People come and go.
They probably just moved or died, hopefully somewhere else.
Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I ain't no snitch.
Actually, there is a shortage.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life
The lieutenant is desperate. Hatred disgusts the woman on the boat.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her. On a first-name basis with her, are we? Pig's not half as dumb as he looks. Can't you tell? I haven't really started it yet. And wait, this place is severely lacking in havoc. I thought I'd mix it up. You know, summon the forces of crime, yeah?
Let's be realistic. What are you going to do? Throw her off the balcony?
You heard your partner, Piggy. I'm unstoppable. Ooh.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Does anyone in a city like this? It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing no— Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Trying to sneak up on me again?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to... This coin-operated viewer is facing south. It has given up all its secrets. There seems to be a sunken sea fort on the islet in the bay. Your money disappears, the curtain, the lenses shift, it looks as if it was abandoned quite...
Really?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Well, it's...
Oh, yeah. Here comes the interesting.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast, hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive. So much so that most well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter. Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the insulin. Not at all. Why? Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie. Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it.
You know, too.
Of course, officers. Is there a particular... Yes. It's the kind green ape. Half-war story. Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra. Yes, it has amazing... Indeed, there is. Which is to say, the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor, and that evolved parallel to our own.
The lieutenant looks at you.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to imply that Saolites are inferior to us in many ways. You are superior. For example, your earwax doesn't have a foul odor like ours does.
A tremendous evolutionary advantage, I'm sure. But perhaps we've had enough speculative biology.
What an interesting question.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
It's the Col de Mama d'Aqua. Its name means like nothing. It's such a...
Fine, I'll bite. How can an animal be a song?
Many scientists have asked the same. It could be. As I said, it could. Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of aerial... When playing back, the scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based... They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Col de Mama d'Aqua, after the Paracanassian name for the voice of God, which is said to be very silent. They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish among individual birds and sequester, time, Joscan. Those are but some of the Mama d'Aqua they fought. That is a sad story. A group of university students they tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves that... No, dear, they cancel each other out. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well, they wiped out most of the population. After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted.
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and...
I'm glad you did, dear. What about what? I'm glad you like them.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real. Another thing. Great. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers. Who told you that? Fine, yeah, it looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's... If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill. Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about... No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either.
It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. Or some boring storage space with a bunch...
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. He looks at the dust on his finger and wipes it off.
Yes?
The bed is still cold from the broken window.
Yes? What do you want to know? Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember. 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's right. You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief? There's no reason to wing anything. 3 days ago, the RCM... During that time, the victim had been stripped of his... Okay then. Was there... No. It's not a particularly mysterious... The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I'm relieved that you agree. Anyhow, let's get back to the case. Was there anything else you wanted to know? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the union make a mockery of law enforcement here, and now it's come to its natural conclusion. Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
Yes, I'm an unrepentant spoilsport. Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist. I bet you do. The 41st is known to kill people. Often.
He neither approves nor disapproves. Yet there is something more there. Something you can't put your finger on.
If you could only find your gun. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57. Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing his stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
I've considered it. It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlike. I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win. Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise. What do you want to know? Good. Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, that's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome. That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul, so was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. No.
The lieutenant nods.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the RCM. That's good. Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. Please do. We wouldn't want your regiment to spill over into the...
Advanced race theory. Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead. about your newly found insights. Was that? Could it be the Col de Mamadakwa? No. There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal. Honestly, your ear isn't hearing a whole lot. The distant hum of the industrial harbor, the traffic. But, admittedly, there is a high-pitched noise somewhere there too. But then, isn't there always? There it is again. You're about to rediscover it. It must be very close. Keep still. It might perch on your shoulder. Oh no. The sound. No. Too late. It's gone. Keep your ears peeled then. If the species really has migrated to Martinez, you're sure to hear it again.
Promising race pupil returns. And everyone can see that.
Baby, don't be mean. Give him another chance.
Anything for you, babe. Look, babe. When confronted with the harsh truth of his demise, the melancholic academician starts fiddling his own genitalia. His bald spot betrays that he is a compulsive masturbateur.
That's disgusting, Jean.
It is. Beneath the veneer of academic jargon, the liberal theorist is a beast, a sexual maniac, and a deprived nihilist. Life is a game to him. Words are meaningless. No one is accountable for anything. stylistique sex maniac. I take pity on your urges. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad, like a little boy who wants to go on the potty. I can press the button for you. It will open the door very well. You may enter the door once. Our race conversation here has concluded.
Finally. Let's go.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change." The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult. Undoubtedly. Sure, why not? On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more.
Is that what you're doing with those folders over there? Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all,
hundreds of and the same material. You already went through all of the drawer slides shut. tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its... As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through "I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours." That's what the cloak is relaying. This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather. You need to rest. Your body is aching. Getting in here has taken something out of you. Have a seat.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that picture of René? You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia? Maybe this was a bad idea. You stand and exit. Rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. With a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again. Now, moving this container, of course. For this purpose, it was built.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Is this like your thing with that wall again? You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a car. We are not here to interact with containers.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because what wasn't an option? Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do...
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Mundi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard. Everard, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like Some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appeared to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone. Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard. I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after that. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here. Oh, most of the guys were on a strike.
So no one?
Not ever, but Titus and his boys got in. Oh, I'm not. Him and his boys stirred up. I guess the boys.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point.
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once, but I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I... Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer? AKA the god?
Looks like it.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip, too. Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be...
Told you.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school, we did, when we... Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course. Bye-bye now.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
O sea que sabes el apellido.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously...
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw. Yeah, screaming isn't happening on account of extreme shortness of breath. You're just making it. All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective leader of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met.
Bueno, pues tendremos que dejarlo por otro día. Menudo fallo haber grabado justo antes. No me explico qué acaba de pasar ahí. Pero bueno, será la próxima.